What's up, guys? Winter Kills here. Welcome back to another dueling book duel video. Today we have Mermails, of course, being piloted by me and my friend Adam playing Spirals. This video is a little bit different though. We are playing the new list, which is effective February 5th. The only thing that changed about my build is really took out some cards. For a Monster Reborn, Solemn Judgment, and I took out a Firewall Dragon out of my extra deck. You can still like use the Firewall Dragon to add 2 cards back to your hand and summon both of them. I believe. Or no, you can't summon 2 things with it, because I think you need the second Firewall Dragon to do that, because I think it only summons 1. When something leaves it, you can only summon 1 thing from your hand. I believe. Pretty sure that's how it works. I'm still new to the card, and it's just now getting hit, which is understandable. Cards busted. I do end up, I think, in this video going into that play. So I go for this weird double Teus play when I think I should have just summoned Megalo and discarding a Gund and a Teus just to get that on board, because then I still end with the same field and still have an Aqua Spirit in my hand, and don't make such a bad play. I think that's what I should have done, in all honesty. But thanks to the Star Boy, my monsters are up by 500, which is actually good because it's relevant at this point, because his master plan has 2800 defense. I'm able to swing over it. It gets to search a resort. And then upon attacking directly, he uses rescue and summons out the monster again. That has 2800 defense. Again, still can't do anything about it, so I go into Gaios. Ends my battle phase. Master Plan just has too much fucking defense. Too much for me to handle. But the Gaios with the Set Sphere and the Star Boy, there he's basically activating Super Agent's effect, which allows him to see the top card of my deck. And then he's going to destroy my set card, so I chain it and go for the Lind, and then into a go into a Megalo. At this point, he's trying to activate Drone effect, and I'm not sure if I want him to, so I detach, say no, but he chains its other effect in response to tribute it, and use its effect still to gain the attack, and he tries to like use the built-in effect of it. This is not like anything about the duel itself, but this is more about dueling book. He went to like use its effect. You see it's like popping up on my screen, but like it just won't work for him. So I just had to banish the top 3. I know I'm not supposed to see him, but the thing like literally wasn't working. You saw the prompt show up on my screen a couple times. It just wasn't working. Maybe it's a bug or something. And then he goes into a Link. Gonna go for double Helix, which I believe will allow him to get a special summon of some kind from his deck. That'll get Quick Fix. Quick Fix will get the Big Red. And as you might imagine, his list is only running the 1 Spiral Resort. Wants to see that card ASAP. You know, one of the best cards in his deck. Other than that, his deck really didn't get hindered too much Spirals. You know, and not this list, and previous ban lists it has been, but this list they just hit the resort to 1, which I think is a good hit. He goes for Link Karibo. Works very well in this deck. You got a lot of level 1 targets. Gonna summon out Drone off that rescue. Use its effect to boost up his double Helix. And since at this point he still knows what's on the top of my deck, which is kind of bad, because it's going to allow him to make lots and lots of plays. Tripping off Link Karibo, using Big Red to bring back another level 1, going into Princess Sprite, milling a Super Agent off of that. Won't get to add it to his hand, but not too bad. His 3,900 double helix will end up taking down the Gaios, and at that point he can't attack over anything else, so he's going to go into main phase 2. After that quick fix, he'll search another big red and then return something to his deck with the resort at the end. As you can see, I don't have excuse me, I just woke up, my voice is kind of weird. I don't have much of an option at this point to make any cool, extravagant plays. I definitely think I screwed up my first turn. I overextended. I have a tendency to overextend with Mermails. And like I was saying this last night, you know, he is playing Spirals. Obviously, it's one of the better decks. But still, I think I should be better with Mermails than I am. Because like I'm just playing, sometimes I just see myself playing stupidly, or there's like plays in my head that I think I can make, and when I can't make them, I think I really messed up. But in reality, sometimes I couldn't even have made the play at all. You get what I'm saying? I kind of psych myself out and I'm like, well, I really fucked up there, but could I even done it in the first place, you know? So he uses the another effect too. I think check the top card of my deck. As you saw, I wasn't able to get much done with the play that I had. I tried to tribute the infantry to get a pop and then double attack with the Megalo and the Starboy and stuff. Try to do some damage. It's not going to work, obviously, with his, against his setup. He's going to summon Sleeper. This is where I pretty much lose this game. So yeah, we're going to admit defeat. And if you pause the video there, you can see what my list looks like. It's not too special. I think the only thing that's changed since that is I cut both Gamma Seals, put them in the side deck for Darko Raigeki main board. I think that's something that I want to do because it's just, they're just really good board clears, and I think I'm going to want them if I'm going to go second or something. Just the chance of being able to open those cards is good. So here, I open up the Teus Neptibus combo, which allows originally for the double Firewall Toad Bahamut Moulin play, which again I'm gonna go ahead and critique all my plays here now because I think I played this terribly. Should not have summoned the Diva. Should have saved the Diva. We did not need to do Diva. We should have just done the combo as it is, which is just summon Neptibus from our hand, send Dragoons, add Dragoons and Megalo, and then summon Teus, discarding Dragoons, adding Gund, and adding Neptibus. We already have the Megalo in hand. And then we link, and then we don't have the Diva on our board. We don't need the Diva on our board. I don't know, like, the Diva play was completely useless. I should not have done it. That was a stupid play of me. And it was a waste, because I could have used the Diva later on. So right now, I should technically have just the Megalo and the Teus on board. The Diva should not be there. It should just be it should just eventually become a token from Galaxy Tomahawk. I summon Moulin now because the combo originally is done at the end of it when you add back the 6th water monster in your grave with the second Firewall Dragon. I obviously can't do that because there is no second Firewall Dragon to go into. So I just summon the Moulin now and say, fuck it, I'll just summon it now, you know? Because I'm not going to be able to do that later. So now it should just be Tomahawk and Moulin on board, and I summon 3 tokens, and I still have Diva and Marksman in hand, or Infantry in hand. The Diva just is kind of a big waste of space at this point. Like I said, the next step would be for me to go into a proxy dragon, so we'll just say Diva should be a token, and I should link into a proxy dragon, put it right there, and then I should use the Deco Talker and another token for a Firewall, and then use the last token for a Link Spider, because I need 2 cards to be co-linked to my Firewall, and end up going over to the other extra monster zone, which is fine. It doesn't really matter which side it's on. And then I add back 2. I add back the Teus and the Dragoons, which, again, I don't know, was a great idea. I think maybe I could have added back something else. See here, now I would get the option to special summon something from my hand, like I do there. Like I said, I don't think Firewall Dragon allows you to special summon. Like, let's say if 2 monsters leave its co-linked, whatever it's pointing to. If 2 monsters leave that position, you cannot special summon 2. It's just 1, I'm pretty sure. Or maybe you can use it multiple times if it happens. But, like, you can see, like, if I had the Diva in hand still, I might have been able to make some synchro plays. And instead I go into, like, Mastar Boy. Like, I don't think, like, why? Like, the field just ends awkwardly. I feel like it could have just been so much more if I would have just not have exhausted the Diva at the start of the play. Hell, I could have even used the Moray of the Greed midway through that combo to get rid of some cards, like the Teus. Put the Teus and the Dragoons. I could have literally put those back in the deck to recycle using the Moray and hopefully drawn like a Judgment or a Monster Reborn or something. It literally could have just been so much better. But you'll see me go into the Sphere, into the Lind, as he tries to pop the set card. And thankfully, he reveals a spell card instead of a monster. But now I get the double summon. I get the Teus, or not the Teus, the Pike, discarding the Neptibus, summon the Dragoons. I get added a gun to my hand, so it's pretty cool. But right now, my field is defenseless against pretty much anything. I don't have any stopping power. I don't have any hand traps. I don't have any traps. I don't have any active monster effects that I can use to slow him down, which sucks. So basically, it's break my board.jpg right now is what you're looking at. Just break my board, because I have nothing to stop you. If you destroy my Mulan, I lose my battle phase. If you destroy my Mastar Boy, I add back a water. Like, it's not that great. I'm pretty sure also, if something were to leave something that is pointing to Firewall at this point, I'd get his effect to summon something from hand, because I don't think it's a once per turn. And again, I probably could have made like a Toad or a Bahamut Shark into a Toad, gotten a search of Dragoons detach earlier during my turn if I would have used Firewall Dragon's effect correctly to summon stuff from hand. Because like I said, I can't actually pause the video right now and read it. I'm going to have to do it afterwards, but I'm thinking to myself there's some way I could have used its summon from hand ability a lot better than summoning the Teus or the infantry like I did. Like, I feel like I just made a lot of unnecessary plays this game, the second game here. You'll see me go Teus. I'll add, not Osea, but add Abyss Pike, and then I'm going to use the gun effect to summon Megalo, of course. At this point, I still can go into Gaios as my only other option. You see, at this point, this build, I wasn't playing the 2 synchros, which I was playing. I was originally going to play a Tatsunoko or some other level 4 synchro to go into, because I have, in the instance, I would have had, it would have been like the infantry and the Diva to go into a level 4 synchro. I definitely want to play like 2 to 3 synchros in this deck if there ever is an option where I don't want to go into Mastar Boy like I did in that situation where you saw when I had the Firewall Dragon, and then to the left side of it where my Megalo is, I made the Mastar Boy. I could have made like a synchro there, I felt like. Maybe something helpful, like, hell, maybe I could have even gone into a Trish somehow, you know what I'm saying? I could, like, with the Tatsunoko, hell, I could have even gone into a Coral Dragon or a Bryonic. Like, I could have just done more with that play. So at this point, I have to use my Soul Charge. And in order to use Soul Charge's effect correctly, or not Soul Charge's effect, in order to use the Firewall Dragon effect, I need 2 things co-linked to it. So I have to, and I also need Mastar Boy. I have to use Mastar Boy because I need the 500 boost to attack over his sleeper, or else I'm just not going to be able to attack over it because it's at 2800. So I have to summon 4 monsters off of Soul Charge, and I go for a proxy dragon. So now I get the effect of firewall, and I can add back 2. There's no Megalo and there's no Teus Engrave, surprisingly. And I go to use Pike, discarding infantry, add Osea, and then I try to use Pike to destroy his, Deco Talker, and I know he has to detach something from it that is pointing to, so it loses that extra 500, but it's still at 33, and right now my Gaios is also at 33, which doesn't do much. But I actually draw into the Aqua Spirit, which is actually really, really good to have. And since my Mulan died, the turn before, and I soul charged that turn because either way I can't attack, so I passed it over to him. In standby phase, I use Sleeper. I'm thinking, oh, I can turn his Deco Talker in defense. You can't put them in defense, so I turn the Sleeper to defense. It doesn't target, so it gets around the Spiral Resort, which is really good. And I have the Twin Twister discard Mander to get rid of that anyways. So this is the last point where I really despise what I did. He goes to use Spiral Tough. I think that's his name. Spiral Tough to destroy my Gaios. Now, I'm worried about what else he's going to have. So I take the chance, right? I take the chance. And I'm like, there's no way I'll mill a monster. I've gone through plenty of monsters. And sure as shit, there's a monster in the top of my deck. And I actually kind of threw the game now that I look at it. If I would have just negated his field minus the Deco Talker, I think I'm still in a good position. But then, again, he just attacks over one of my weakest monsters with his Deco Talker. I think if he would have just attacked with Deco Talker over top of Proxy Dragon, he wins regardless. Because, Link monsters aren't affected by Gaios' level 5 or higher stipulation. So, either that way, I managed to make myself look like just a big old dumbass, which is okay. Hopefully I can make it up to you guys in a future duel video when I'm dueling either IRL or on this website. Yeah, and maybe for a future stream, we could play some games with some fellow viewers on Twitch, on the old dueling book. If you guys like to do something like that, maybe we'll do something like that in the future. Who knows? Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and we'll see ya in the next one, where hopefully I make good plays and stuff.